Hi girls and guys and girls. So today I'm talking about the illusion of the strong independent woman, okay? So that's probably going to sound a little bit off to you, like, we're not supposed to be strong and independent. That's not what I'm saying. It's like a double entendre, I think the word is. So it's like it has two meanings, okay? So within this world, right, it's like there's this whole agenda, this whole thing now where women are more independent and doing their thing and working and not relying on any man, etc., etc. Okay, and I followed this for a majority of my life too, thinking I can do this on my own. I'm strong enough. Yeah, I'm independent. I can work hard and do all of these things by myself. I don't need anyone. And it's not a good way to look at things, okay? Everybody needs someone. And the way that this world is backwards. It's always been, right, the role of the man to be the one who takes care of the woman, okay? And I know people will say that's the old way of looking at things and etc., etc. It is an old way of looking at things, but the old way is the right way, okay? And there's going to be a lot of people who will come up against this word and say, what, like, you mean that I'm not supposed to want to be independent and do things for myself? No, that is so not what I'm saying. I'm going to give you a Bible reference, okay? And it's Ruth 2, I believe. Is it verse 9 or no, verse 7? And it says that Ruth was working at the time when she was spotted by her Boaz. Do you understand? So she was still doing her thing. She was working and doing her thing, but her frame of mind wasn't to say that she was to be alone for the whole of her life, right? She had lost her husband, so even though she was widowed, she was still trying to look out for her mother-in-law and work and look out for herself as well. Do you know, like, she was still providing for herself at the time. So it is a good thing to be independent and do what you have to do and make sure that you work and do the things that are daily, basically, because you can't just sit around and expect things to fall into your lap, okay? So being independent is a good thing, but when you are excessively independent, too strong, basically, like nobody can come in and help you at any given point, like that's when it becomes an issue. Do you understand? And you need to allow for the right people to come in and help you. If you just feel like it's all down on you, you're going to wear yourself out. You're going to get tired. You're not going to want to do anything anymore. You're going to get lazy. Sometimes you're going to get depressed, like, so when you place so many things onto yourself, you're just causing yourself all of these issues. You're causing yourself all of these things, and with this independent woman thing that is in the world right now, it's more aggressive. It's like women are more aggressive. Oh, you have to have this. You can't speak to me. You don't have this. How could you talk to me like? It's like, because they don't have the material things, they're not worthy enough to speak to a woman who is getting to her bag, basically, because they're the words that they use these days. Like a woman who is getting to her bag, like the woman that is doing everything for herself. If you can't match what I'm doing, then you ain't worthy to speak to me. But sometimes in that way of looking at things, if it is someone who you're supposed to be with when you get older or whatever, or as a woman right now, you are blocking the blessing that could be there for you. Like, that person may not have what you have right now, but because you work together, you could both have more than what you have right now. But because you're this independent woman, and you feel like, you're better than this man because you have more, it's like you've pushed that blessing away. So now whatever you have won't be multiplied. It will just stay exactly the same as it was, because you are not putting in that effort with the person that you're supposed to put that effort in with. When Boaz found Ruth, he found his wife basically, and in the Bible it says when a man finds his wife, he finds a good thing, he gains favor from the Lord. You understand? So whilst we're out here being independent all the time, we're blocking ourselves from that person, that love that we're all seeking for, because we feel like, we have to be independent. And, sometimes you feel higher than thou, like, yeah, I'm doing all this and I'm doing all that. Like, what do I need a man for? Blah, blah, blah. Right? That's not how it's supposed to be. So, it's like, be soft sometimes, okay? You don't have to always be hard all the time. It's like me now. I say I don't have to shout, I don't have to bellow at people to make them know that my existence is there. I don't have to be that person who, is out there being aggressive. I've had my times of being aggressive and angry and stuff like that, and it never got me anywhere. So now I always say, you see, I could speak like this. Yeah, it's like I said to my daughter, I says, what sounds more menacing? Me standing here shouting at you, going off at you, and being that person who's angry and all over the place, or when I come up to you and I whisper to you. I find that if I come up to you like this and I turn around and say, if you ever speak to me like that ever again, I'm gonna, like, sorry, it sounds funny when you say it like that, right? Because I'm not doing it in the way that I would actually do it if I was in a certain situation. But to me, it's more menacing when somebody is more quiet, because you just don't know what they're capable of. You just don't know what, you know, really is about to happen. But when somebody is all loud and aggressive and in your face, you just feel like you don't even want to be around that person. You don't want to even like step anywhere near them. You don't want to speak to them because of the aggressiveness that they have. And this is where this whole independent woman thing is becoming a lot, because you're just blocking people from even wanting to come and speak to you because you're just aggressive with everything that you're doing. So tone it down. I know that you want to be somebody who's, looked at as, being fruitful, like looked at as being the person who's getting to their bag, the person who looks like they've got it all, because that's what this whole era is all about. Like, everybody needs to look like they've got the most amount of things, and you have to have this and you have to have that. But be soft with your approach in things. It's not all the time that you have to tear people. No, you shouldn't tear people down at all, but it's not all the time that you have to be aggressive and make people feel like, you're tearing them down, or speaking to them in an off tone, or, being that kind of way with them because of the things that you own. We all own material things, and material things are not even worth the amount of things in the spirit, love. I'm telling you now. Get your soul right, get your spirit right, and stop being that person who feels like, they're higher than thou. That person who is originally just like blocking all of the good things that could become trying to come into their life. Be somebody who is willing to receive the goodness that is out there for them. Don't be stubborn, don't be hard, soften yourself, okay? And that's all I wanted to say today, because I see a lot of women out there. Women want to be soft, okay? They want to be soft. We all want to be soft with the right people, okay? We want to be able to be like, right, I can love on people and they can love on me and everybody can be happy. But because we're all hurt individuals, it's like we put our guard up straight away to stop anybody from coming in. And it's not to say trust everybody, okay? You still have to be careful, but there's ways to go about it. There is ways to speak to other people and not be that person who is shouting, aggressive, or just horrible towards people. Learn how to communicate with others without being snobby, or being aggressive or being horrible. Just take to the tempo of the room, okay? If somebody's off in the room and they are coming to you with all of that, or like degrading you or making you feel low about yourself, then that's clearly somebody you don't need to be around. Find the people that are there to love on you. You need more people who are there to love on you, okay? And sometimes it's hard to find those people, but You will find them if you keep on asking for the right people to be placed around you. Do you understand? Like, go out there and just be kind. Don't be aggressive, okay? That's the end of the word for me. And I'm going to leave it there, okay? Miss Independent. Good in one way, bad in another. Double entendre. Peace.